Hello, you guys. I am Andrea Davis, and today I'm going to be talking about why a graphic designer should and would use InDesign over other platforms like Photoshop and Illustrator. So let's start off with what is InDesign? So, InDesign is a program used for designing print layouts. It allows the designer to combine text, images, and shapes to create books, pamphlets, posters, programs, flyers, catalogs, magazines, things of that sort. It's used to just create digital and printed things like that. InDesign results, so like the final product. InDesign, it uses multiple different Adobe applications to get to the end result that we are wanting it to get to. So it can use aspects that are used in Photoshop, it can use aspects that are used in Illustrator, and InDesign just takes that and it all has it in InDesign, so you don't have to switch from platform to platform. Like you don't have to create something in Illustrator and then drag it over to Photoshop because you want to create something in Photoshop. You can do that in InDesign. It is used when designers need to use multiple different pages. So InDesign can really handle multiple different pages. So many, it doesn't even matter. In Photoshop, I think the most I've even used in Photoshop is like 4. I haven't used that many in Photoshop, but in InDesign, you can really create as many pages as you want. So that's another good thing about InDesign. It can use really heavy text in the projects that we will end up working on. So the amount of text that InDesign can use, it can help you design a book, it can help you design magazines, pamphlets, things of that sort, so that it's not so difficult. It controls the mass amount of text that is on all of the pages, so it's not so overwhelming. Because in Photoshop, I find it more difficult in Photoshop to type with text in Photoshop because the color sometimes, the text disappears sometimes for whatever reason. So InDesign, I haven't had that problem, and InDesign can just really handle the amount of text that is being used on that platform. Why should InDesign be used over the others like Photoshop and Illustrator? So Photoshop is really good with photos, artwork, and digital images, like to set up for web. So you can edit photos on there and it look really good. You can edit artwork on there and it look really good. You can combine images on there to make a whole nother images and it look absolutely amazing. But you can also try that on InDesign and see if you find it any easier on there. On Illustrator, it's good for creating logos, icons, mascots, and set types for logos. Excuse me. So those type of things you can also do on InDesign. So it just takes aspects of those two and has it in InDesign, so it's not so you don't have to switch from platform to platform to get the end result that you're wanting. So these are some InDesign examples. This one over here is a book, and you can create that in InDesign and not have too many problems. You can, again, create this book, and the flow of the pages look really nice. This one looks like it's a cover page for a book, and you can create this in Photoshop. You definitely can, but it would be so much easier to create it excuse me, in InDesign. So yeah, there you go, you guys.